Hello students, Unit 3 continuation video. Here in this video we will see what is solenoid. Basically, solenoid is an electrical switch that are used in electrical circuits. Okay. Here let me see what is solenoid. Solenoid is a long coil of wire that is closely wound in the form of helix, that is known as solenoid. Here I consider a solenoid. In this solenoid it consists of n number of turns and its length is L. Okay, n number of turns and its length is L. If suppose I apply a current in the solenoid in this direction, then it produces magnetic field. Then the magnetic field due to the solenoid is equal to sum of the magnetic field due to each turns of that solenoid. Okay, we can also find the direction of the magnetic field by using right hand palm rule. Right hand palm rule. Using this rule we can find the direction of the magnetic field produced by the solenoid. Okay, if suppose it is the solenoid, I consider it is a solenoid. I hold the solenoid in my right hand. The finger encircling the solenoid indicate the direction of the current and the extended thumb indicate the direction of the magnetic field. Okay, so for this case it is a north pole, it is a south pole. Okay, so it can produce magnetic field. So we can consider a solenoid as a bar magnet. Okay, like this. Then the magnetic field inside the solenoid is uniform. Okay, that is parallel to the axis of the solenoid, but the magnetic field outside the solenoid is approximately equal to 0, that is negligibly small. Okay, always a solenoid is assumed to be long. The length of the solenoid is always greater than diameter of the solenoid. Okay, here I consider a circular windings. The windings may be in any shapes. Okay, no need to consider a circular windings. Okay, here we will find the magnetic field due to long current carrying solenoid. Okay, then I consider a long solenoid of length L and having number of turns N. Okay, here let us assume the length of the solenoid is greater than diameter of the solenoid. Okay, in order to calculate the magnetic field inside the solenoid, here I am applying Ampere circuit law. Okay, we know here in this solenoid the dot represent current coming out of the paper, then the cross represent current going into the paper. So by applying right hand palm rule, it is a north pole, it is a south pole. So it will produce magnetic field inside the solenoid that is uniform and also parallel to the axis of the solenoid. Okay, here I consider a rectangular Amperian loop. Okay, rectangular Amperian loop that is named as A, B, C, D. Okay, here it consists of 4 elements. Okay, this element length is H. Here it may be some other value. Okay, listen. For that loop I am applying Ampere circuit law. We know Ampere circuit law states the closed interval of B vector dot dl vector is equal to mu naught I enclosed. I enclosed is a current inside the Amperian loop, current enclosed by the Amperian loop. Okay, here in this equation I consider the left side, that is closed interval of B vector dot dl vector, that is equal to, we can write the rectangular loop as individual elements. Okay, individual length element. Then we can write integral of B vector dot dl vector from A to B, A to P, plus B vector dot dl vector from B to C, plus integral of C to D B vector dot dl vector, plus last one D to A, B vector dot dl vector. Okay, here for the second and final length element that are perpendicular to the magnetic field. Okay, see the elemental length that are BC and DA that are perpendicular to magnetic field. Okay, then the angle between that length element and the magnetic field is 0. Okay, then for the second term, that is integral of BC B vector dot dl vector is equal to BC B to C, then B dl cos theta. Sorry, it is 90 degree. Okay, perpendicular. Cos 90 became 0, then the entire value became 0. Okay, then we apply B vector dot dl vector for that this term D to A length element, that also became 0. We know very well the magnetic field outside the solenoid, that also 0. Magnetic field outside the solenoid is 0. Okay, for that case, then the third term integral of C to D B vector dot dl vector is also 0. Then here we know it is a second term, it is a fourth term, it is a third term. Okay, these three terms became 0. The only one term is there, that is integral of B vector dot dl vector. This term 0, this term 0, this term also 0. Okay, then we get only one term. Only this term will be there, that is the first term. We know magnetic field inside the solenoid is uniform and it is constant. Okay, so we can take the magnetic field out. Okay, before going to that, write in scalar form. Okay, then A B dl cos theta. Theta is an angle between B vector and dl vector. Here the length element and magnetic field are in same axis, that means they are parallel, so the angle between the length element and magnetic field is 0. Okay, then theta is equal to 0. Then this term became A to B vector dot dl vector became integral of B dl. Okay, here magnetic field is uniform inside the circle. B is uniform inside the solenoid. Okay, so taking out of the integral, this one became B integral dl. Integrating this one, we get the length of the loop. Okay, sorry, length of this element, that is h. Here, if suppose I consider the Amperian loop is equal to length of the solenoid. Okay, the length of the solenoid is L, then integrating dl we get L. Okay, then the equation became B L. Equating with the right side of that equation 1. Okay, then we know closed law of B vector dot dl vector is equal to mu naught I enclosed. Okay, here this is the left side, then I put BL here, then mu naught I enclosed is the current enclosed in the Amperian loop. Here we consider the Amperian loop length is equal to the length of the solenoid, so we can write the enclosed current as N into I. Okay, then modifying this, magnetic field B is equal to mu naught Ni by L. Here N by L is a number of turns per unit length. Number of turns per unit length. That is a constant one indicated as small n. Okay, then magnetic field B is equal to mu naught Ni. Here mu naught is a permeability of free space. Now N is a number of turns per unit length. I is a current. These three are constant. So magnetic field inside the solenoid is constant. Okay. It's a time to recall. In today's class we learned about the magnetic field due to a circular coil by using Biot-Savart law. We notice that magnetic field is B vector is equal to mu naught I k cap by 2r. That is a magnetic field at the center of the coil. This is a general expression for magnetic field at any point due to the circular coil carrying current. Okay. Then after we learned about how a current loop behave as a magnetic dipole. Okay. In that we found the magnetic moment, that is Im is equal to Pm is equal to Ia. Here magnetic moment is a product of current and area of that loop. Okay. Then by using right hand thumb rule we find the direction of the magnetic moment. Okay. Then we also found the magnetic dipole moment of revolving electron. Okay, using this magnetic moment, and we found a ratio called gyromagnetic ratio that relate magnetic moment of electron and angular momentum of electron. Okay. Then by using Bohr atom model we found one more thing, that is Bohr magnetron. Okay, that is mu B is equal to 9.27 into 10 power minus 24 ampere meter power 2. Okay, then we read about ampere sector law, then applied that ampere sector law to find the magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor. Then after we seen about solenoid, and we already determined the magnetic field due to a solenoid inside and outside the solenoid. Okay, outside the solenoid the magnetic field is 0, but inside the solenoid the magnetic field is uniform and constant. Okay, here it is a assignment for day 4. Here I gave 4 very short answer and 1 short answer and 2 long answers. Okay, this also you may refer in your textbook. Here I indicated the page. After completing it, take a snap and forward it to our school mail ID. Okay, exams at bluestarschool.edu.in. Okay, suppose anyone having doubt, please contact through mail. Thank you.